What's up with y'all? It's King Rip. You feel me? I want to make this one short, but it's just food for thought. I want y'all to think. You feel me? With the elections, right? Think about this, right? If and happy Monday. This week gonna go by fast too. Don't worry about it. But before any election, have y'all noticed that Have y'all noticed that the Have y'all noticed that the whoever is up in seat or whatever they're trying to do or talk about, you feel me? Have y'all noticed that whatever they're talking about, some situation automatically starts happening, and then rather the person who did whatever got arrested or died, whatever, right? Then they try to play off of that. But before all of this stuff comes up to where they're mentioning something that needs to happen, and there's no situation like that. All right, another food for thought, because we're going to run a country. You get what I'm saying? So understand what the second exodus is. Now think about this, right? Before anybody is getting elected for anything, right? What happens as soon as they sit back and say whatever they're saying, or they're running for whatever they're running, and whatever topic that they're on is something that is getting ready to happen, and they're trying to play off of it, or it's some minor stuff that's whatever it is, you feel me? And they're trying to play off of it, and then it's other situations that begin to arise, and they're sitting back doing what they're doing. And then when they get whatever they want, or whoever votes for them, oh, you're gonna do this or whatever, right? And I say this for a reason. I was playing right. So they get that, and then they get in there and nothing happens. You know what I mean? And then time again, right? The same, return to the vomit dog type of mentality. The same mentality of returning to the same actions with using no knowledge, but wanting change. Now picture this. We got together as a country, right? We protested against, racism in the department. We also, the females got together. I already told you all that story. And then protested against gang stalkers, which was, predators. You feel me? That worked for the department. Because who else is out here that y'all see, especially on the West Coast, is trying to act like they, roaming the streets? From the fire department, sheriff department, police department, roaming the streets. They're in communication with, nasty mouth, nasty bodies, nasty fingertips, you feel me? Nasty dress, nasty hair, you feel me? Type of individuals, mainly dudes. The way they talk to the dudes is different from the way they try to manipulate females, you feel me? And then all of this stuff happens from somebody who has some type of, chain of command type of thing or whatever, right? And then instead of, the problem being fixed, you get what I'm saying? Instead of the problem being fixed, addressed, you know what I mean? These individuals turn back and try their hardest to confuse, you feel me? Yeah, to confuse and manipulate, and all this other stuff, like, the stuff with the transients as well. Sit right here, like, this ain't the 1960s. What are you trying to address people to sit for, but you're directing them to go in the back, but you have all these other individuals right here, and it has nothing to do with race. They're doing stuff, you know what I mean? And this is council culture that's also traced back to the Confederate, to the, the Klan, all that stuff, right? Whatever. The ones that's been interrupting our protests, right? So these individuals sit back and they're listening to some type of authority figure saying they work for them, so we're suing them. That's where our millions coming from. That's regardless, you feel me? And then, these individuals, when this stuff happens, who's sitting back mentioning, oh, this is why we have to do this, and this is why we got to do this. But we came together as a country, so why split? First of all. Second of all, why not y'all just get rid of the problem before we do? Or I have to do it again. and not just leave traumatized individuals running around explaining their crimes as a confession for those in power so they can move accordingly, and everybody else to do what they do accordingly, while we still get paid, because that's going to happen regardless. They're treason. Instead of this situation being as though they're using these messy looking individuals as throwaways, and then we're supposed to sit back and play this back and forth game, and then we vote for some irrelevant stuff that has nothing to do with bettering the community, while these officers are being seen playing on people's phones illegally, playing on their Wi-Fi illegally, and then turning around committing all types of federal crime. Male officers from 3 different departments. The main one where they're doing that stuff from is the county jail, which just got sued for filthiness. So imagine all of this trash on the street. Imagine what that's doing to the value, the property value, that business. Imagine what happened during the pandemic and what these individuals look like sitting back communicating with individuals that is so filthy. And they're sending them around clean-dressed Americans. They're sending them around here, there, and all this other stuff. And then we supposed to sit back and, equality. Like, no, that ain't no equality. If you sick, you stay home. That's still federal law. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that is what it is. You still gotta wash your hands in your face. Why is they so comfortable to talk to them, and then all this other stuff arises, and then those higher up, they're not addressing this because they were using this the whole damn time. That was obvious. That was obvious. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I tell y'all, I want y'all to think. You feel me? Like, if y'all want something to change, here's the resolution for all that. You know what I mean? Next time we have an election, right? Listen to what they're saying. Hear what they're talking about. Hear what they're saying and what they're addressing that's already here. Already here. Not something that they're trying to create so they can play off of this. And this is why we need to do this. This is why we need to do that. It's we the people, my nigga. I don't care how you want to take it. It's we the people, for the people, of the people. If you haven't read the Constitution already, read it again. Or have some system where it can read to you for free. That exists too. You feel me? So when individuals are sitting back and they're trying to act as though, we can just throw these individuals away, and these officers are telling people to, throw trash here. They're on camera. They're being recorded for this. You get what I'm saying? When they leave the department, they turning off their body cams. That's illegal. We protested together against, prejudiceness. You feel me? When they're talking about social media and all this other stuff, they're not even legally supposed to be on there. The feds is. But they can't, for the individuals that they tried to play with, the same groups as different individuals, you feel me? To try to create bad, and fake profiles to try to target women and children. Like, look, I'm going to tell y'all like this. If y'all want change, because we're going to get that regardless. If y'all want change faster, put it that way. Let's word that correctly. Y'all want change faster, listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're saying and what they're presenting, what already here. You know what I mean? Not some new arising stuff that's already here that we've been addressing, and instead of it not being, addressed properly, you get what I'm saying? While we're ending homelessness, while we're ending all this other stuff, and we're being told to work, and this group is saying something totally opposite. See what they're saying, these individuals that need to, that's in place to say whatever they're saying, right? So they say whatever they say, and make sure that before y'all start voting, that they're not talking about anything that's new, up and rising. They're talking about something else that already has been here, that we needed to address, that we wanted to address, that needed to be addressed. Then we vote on that, because everything other than that, they're doing some foul play to create the problem so they can get whatever they want and vote. And last I checked, they're just really concerned about money. And it's not all of them. Do you get what I'm saying? But the ones that are, you get what I'm saying? The shoe fits, they gonna wear it. They don't got no choice. You feel me? So that's just a little something for y'all to think about before y'all vote. Just think about what they're talking about and everything else. That way, when people get in power, they won't be, hey, you said you were going to do this and you didn't do this. Now I'm giving y'all the signs to look for before y'all even vote for them.